The big men of Sacramento are out. Domantas Sabonis and Paul Reed. Let's see how they do things without them. Let's get into game number 1.
For this NBA presentation with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And a look at the injury situation. 2 players injured, one of their stars out, something they'll have to overcome.
And with the playoffs looming, they're trying to figure out how to hold steady without their full complement of players. It's never an easy thing to do.
Let's check out Sacramento's starting lineup. Fox and Monk, they're the guards. Mason Plumlee out there with Keegan Murray. And it's Wiggins in at the small forward position. And for Washington, we've got Clint Capella, Abdia out there with George. Then there's Johnson, and it's Nembhard in at the 2 spot. Pretty interesting backcourt matchup here, Grant, with a lot of star power at the guard positions on both sides.
And you know, traditionally, BA, when big guys match up, it's all about the power. But this contest is about finesse. Who can outplay and outsmart the competition?
All right, so the Kings are already starting off fighting, getting physical. It's a real physical game right now. A lot of things going on. Even trying a little dirty tactics out here. What's going on? We can start it if you really want to. All right, so the Kings pretty much just have De'Aaron Fox. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's who they got on the court right now. Malik Monk, he's been doing okay for them, but for the most part, you know, Domantas has been out, so De'Aaron Fox he's been getting this shit off, low key. And the thing is, my stats are getting a little bit better as far as like scoring, you know, getting my assists up a little bit. So, you know, you see a De'Aaron Fox, he's averaging 24, I think, like maybe 4 and 6, I think it said, or something like that. And, you know, I'm getting there. I'm 23, 5 and 6. You feel me? So, you know, I'm doing what I can out here. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make at least some type of all team, first team, second team, at least give me third team, something out here, bro. We got the best record, so that has to count for something. Because you're not about to sit here and say it's all Paul George. You feel me? This ain't no Kobe Shaq thing. You feel me? So yeah, I would love a first, second, and third team. I'm just trying to get my shit up just a little bit more before the season ends. You know, we got one more week after this. Ooh, okay, Paul. Bringing the clock back.
Evening, folks. This first half is like a highlight reel for De'Aaron Fox.
Oh, he's going hard in the paint, taking it right at the defense. I love his commitment to getting high percentage look shot.
Look, I don't do this often, but I'm bestowing upon him the Shaquille O'Neal badge of honor. Got to.
And guys, now let's see what games have yet to tip off. The Charlotte Hornets will go up against the Mavericks out in Dallas. That one gets started at 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
I'm looking for a possible upset in that one.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
That had me thinking, just a little, I guess, head canon, because it's not really real. But I wonder what the podcast would sound like if he was on Washington with me right now. I wonder what that shit would sound like, bro. Because he's bored right now. He literally said he was bored, which is crazy. He literally said he was bored. You might as well retire if you're not having fun out there, bro. Real shit. Like, you don't have too much else to prove other than getting a ring, honestly. But you ain't getting no ring in Philly, so I can see why you're bored. You know what I'm saying? But you're not bored in Washington. Not over here, buddy.
And it's incredible how much his three-point shot.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
You love the unselfishness.
Bro, we just got a JaVale McGee signing. Shout out to him, man. Still in the league. Keep getting them checks, bro. There's a few people in the league like that. I'm like, oh, wow. I remember last year they were talking about, you know, some of the oldest players in the league, etc. You know, obviously the oldest is LeBron, but you know, you had Chris Paul in there, but people forgot that Thaddeus Young was from the 07 draft, and he had 30 points last year in a game. 30 points, and this man don't even be shooting for real. Like, look at his stats, this man got like all Fs and like 3-point medium. Like, I think it's like a D in inside. Like, I don't know what the fuck he actually does for real. You know what I'm saying? And he still had 30 points last year. Somebody make it make sense. I don't know. I don't even know if he's still in the league. I feel like he is, low key. Because I didn't hear anything about him retiring. So I'm pretty sure he's on somebody's bench in the league right now, just waiting to. Actually, no, he's not waiting no more. Actually, no, yeah, he is. I'm tripping. I'm thinking about the NFL. The NFL's in the playoffs, but no, the NBA, yeah. Especially around now. He's gonna pop up. But anyway, I'm trying to get my clutch shit up. You know how I'm doing, man. I told y'all I want clutch player of the year. So I'm pretty sure Paul George doesn't mind. You know, at the end of the game, I get 2 more shots. Not too many. I'm still going past it if I don't got it. I don't want to do fadeaways on 2 people, but at the same time, I think I might be the best player to shoot the shot at the end of the game. You know. Something like that. Anyway, Mason Plumlee, keep getting them checks. He's one of them people, I guess. You know what I mean? The Kings, I guess, have a bench full of them beyond Sabonis.
Hauled in by the Kings.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. It just comes up empty.
I would really love to win this game, man. And the thing is, it's funny. We really had power this whole game. Like, even though we were down, it was one of those games where it's like, all right, we're just gonna lock in real quick, get the dub, and get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we weren't really sweating this whole game. I wasn't anyway. I don't care how many points De'Aaron Fox makes. I mean, we're gonna get.
There's only one option. They need a triple.
You've got to keep your composure and execute to get a quality look from 3.
And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet. Here's Johnson. And
time and makes the free throws. Complete professional.
And so it's Washington with the W. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
MBA, they showed their character when it mattered most, sending those fans home happy.
And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burt, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. And as we leave, we give you our New Balance Player of the Game, Tyus Jones.
Okay, so De'Aaron with 46 and 9 assists. Oh my gosh. Talk about going crazy, but still, you still got the L, my boy. So, what we got? We got 23. Shout out to Tyus Jones. Denny Avija getting the double-double. Shout out to him for that one. Pistons were next. I accidentally simmed it. My bad, y'all, but you know what? I figured, fuck it. It's week 24, excuse me. I mean, do I really, really want to play this game? I mean, I really would have if I didn't accidentally sim it, but I did. So I just said, fuck it. I'm accept it. It's a dub anyway. Who cares? All right. But that brings us to the T-Wolves. They won 5, we won 5. Rob and Josh Okogie is out. It's not really too much of a blow to their lineup.
This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Now we get a chance to check out the seeding out east. 4 games left on the schedule here. Take a look at the Wizards. What a run they've had this year. In first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding.
And when I look at Washington, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
It appears to me, though, that this group has all the ingredients for a special season.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Edwards is the 3 and Towns is at the 4. And it's Rudy Gobert, then it's Conley, and it's Alexander Walker in at the shooting guard. And for the Wizards, George is out there with Avdia. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Nembhard in at the shooting guard position. And the stars are in full.
No matter what, fans and pundits will be talking about this game tomorrow.
Outside, George. And the 3 ball is good.
So this man, Ant, is averaging 30. That is ridiculous. He's going to finish at least first or second team. I don't know which one. LeBron, he's averaging damn near a triple-double. Luka, he's a guard, but I don't know. There's a few people, but Anthony Edwards is really up there with it. So I don't know what it is, but we stay playing the Timberwolves, and that happens in every league I play. Like, it don't matter what team I am, whether it be the East or West Coast. We end up playing the Timberwolves like a lot, and I don't know. Unless it's like the all-time league, but if it's like the NBA Today type shit, yeah, we play them. We play them a lot.
And, you know, there's always a bit of a feeling out process in that first game.
But it just gives me a chance to put on Kobe B days
when you've played
and
a team
just ball out.
Guys, this hasn't been
That's what I put on against the T-Wolves. It's a tradition at this point.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Timberwolves on top, up by 4. They'll be back shortly, live from Washington.
24.
Take this chance to look at some of the perimeter players who aren't afraid to mix it up in the middle either. These are the top rebounding point guards in the league. You look at Johnson, 3rd in rebounding, and what a physical presence inside.
And it may not be the first thing you think about, but if you look at a lot of the all-time great point guards, their rebounding, that nose for the basketball is a big part of their game.
Absolutely. I mean, that's no coincidence. The ability to have an impact everywhere on the floor, not just on the perimeter. I think that's...
Welcome, everybody. The Washington Wizards in our featured matchup, and what a competitive half it's been.
This is why coaches tell their guys, always be ready. We're going to need you. Be ready. And you don't always know which games it'll be. But tonight, they needed scoring from their reserves. Good job, guys.
It's kept them in the game, but I think they'll have to ride their stars down the stretch.
Let's go now to our NBA power rankings and see how that last leg of the season is shaking out. Shaking a leg. Whatever.
When I look at the Wizards coming down the final stretch of the season, about a month left, I think they're in a pretty good spot.
Matter of fact, they're in the #1 spot.
Well, #1 is a good spot, isn't it, Ernie?
Last I checked, it doesn't get better than that.
And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
To Johnson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And Johnson drops them both. The Timberwolves shooting straight 49% from the field. Defended by Jones. Rebounded by Capella.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
The pass to Jones. The Wizards working the ball around now. Clock at 6. Here's Johnson. Down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here.
All right, 4th quarter game wicket. It's clutch time. You know what it is. Time to give the ball to Cobra, and we can get out of here with a dub. I believe the Detroit Pistons game might have been away, but it could have been home. We still defending the Capitol over here. Feel me? At the same time, we pushing P, just kind of combining episodes right there. Oh my goodness, sloppy play does not equal a win. PG-13. Man, you gotta lock in. You gotta stay focused, bro. You worry about the next podcast topic, and we need this dub. The Timberwolves are number 3 in the league. Bro, the West is so scary, bro. I have no idea who's going to come out on top. Last year, it was the Mavericks. They're not even in playoff position. So, if they're not in playoff position, I don't know who's taking this. Because the West is like mostly the top 5. I mean, you got the Timberwolves, the Thunder, the Grizzlies. Like, Jesus Christ, bro. I mean, you got us, but I think the Knicks are in the top 5, but other than me, us and the Knicks might just end up being the Eastern Conference Finals. Like, let's be real. These joints looking bleak, though. I don't think we're going to come out of here with a dub.
And they call an illegal screen here.
He's earning his pay, for sure.
And so Minnesota takes the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Carl. Congrats on the win. How did you guys secure the victory in crunch time?
We fixed some mistakes we made in the first 3 quarters, and we just smothered them on defense. We tried to do everything we can to get them off the 3-point line, trying to contest every shot. We just made it difficult.
And that led to a win for you. Congrats. Back to you guys.
Okay, thanks again. And that's going to do it for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. As New Balance presents our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.
I had a pretty okay stat line, but the thing is, I had more turnovers than assists, and that's usually a stat line that equals a L. Like, let's be all the way real. Anthony Edwards just getting his point totals, you know, that's what he does. On to the next game, man. Fuck it.
Everyone, we have some exciting NBA action coming up. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports. Let's take a look at the seeding for the Eastern Conference, with only 4 games of the regular season remaining. Taking a look at the Wizards, final stretch of the season, they've got the #1 seed and have shown no signs of giving it up. And of course, Brooklyn, they're in 9th place.
I think for the Nets, they've had some terrific moments this season, but where's the big leap upward that we've been waiting for?
And the clock is ticking for them to make that push. It's looking like they'll be fighting for a spot in the play-in.
Now Washington starting 5. George out there with Denny Avdia. Then there's Johnson. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Nembhard in at the 2 guard. And for Brooklyn, we've got OG Anunoby. Darius Garland is out there with Colin Sexton. Then it's Nicholas Claxton. And it's Clowney. It passes to George. Here's Nembhard. Check by Sexton. Garland against Johnson. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Garland, averaging almost 23 points a contest. A fantastic offensive player.
Not exactly what they're looking for out of the gates. Just 1 of 4 shooting.
George, good.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Garland finds Sexton. Outside Anunoby. Sexton passes to Anunoby. Now here's Sexton. Tight defense on him. Clowney drains the triple.
So the Nets have a lot more to play for than we do. I mean, yeah, we can get this dub and that will mean something, but if they get this dub, that means something because they got Sexland. They just added Rob Dillingham into the lineup, even though he was on the team this whole year. Now he's actually in the lineup for real. And they've been actually winning. They've been coming up from their record, and I don't know, the Nets are more dangerous than their record says. Let's put it that way. Not someone to underestimate, even though I've been doing that pretty much all year. There you go.
Time called here. The Nets and so it's Brooklyn with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Great team defense on Paul George. They're limiting what PG is doing out there. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
Alright, so of course we're behind. That's just kind of how it's been going. I'm starting to feel like the Warriors or something, you know, like we're a top team, but it's like every team we face we end up being behind until, well, the Warriors shot a lot of threes, but it was more so like we just end up coming back. And it's funny because we don't necessarily shoot a ton of threes. And we do, I don't know, outscore teams. I think it's because, one, because of our defense, but two, really it's just we got a lot of inside shots. We got a lot of mid-range people. We can do a lot of damage within the mid-range and in the paint. Look at that revenge steal though. That's funny. Plus that pass, bro. The pass is what makes the play. Feel me? The three, that's just team chemistry. But you've seen it in the game plan. We all on fire pretty much. So stuff like that can happen in an instant. You know what I mean? Somebody just talented as me can like orchestrate pretty much a run if I wanted to. And this is why we're down, but we're not uncomfortable. Because we know deep down we can get shit done for real. It don't stop us for real.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race.
You know, right now for the Nets, they're right around where we expected them to be at this point. Nothing to be ashamed of. They've had some great wins. And now they know exactly what they need to work on to become contenders next year.
And looking now at that first half of action, quite a big deficit for the Washington Wizards.
Defensively, they haven't guarded the three-point line at all tonight. And you know they don't want to extend out to the point where they're giving up things inside. But you do have to make some kind of adjustment.
Yeah, can't take the same approach and expect a different result. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
It's the third. It's looking kind of bleak right now. Still down by double digits. Sexland is not giving up too easy, bro. Rob Dillingham came in, did his thing, especially against our bench. Shout out to Andre Drummond. Keep getting them checks too. They actually have him in a prominent role. He's like really one of their main guys on this team. He's like revived his career. It's crazy. Shout out to him though. Get out there and rebound.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Nets out front, up by 10. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find.
6 cents.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the court right now for the Wizards. Denny Avdia out there with Paul George. Then there's Johnson. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Jones in at the point. And the slam dunk by Capella.
And inside, Capella knows how to throw his weight around, getting physical to get past the contact.
Lets the 3 fly. He buries it.
All right, bro. We really got to lock in because we low-key been playing all game. And the Nets have just been giving us what we wanted. Pause, but like, you know, they just been, oh, yeah, y'all want to be lazy, y'all want to lollygag, cool. We'll just take the points. And they really been taking the points. And every now and then I'll lock in, but then, you know, but this is me locking in. You feel me? Like, we're not doing no more playing. I'm doing everything I can so I can win this game. Sexland's just gonna have to take a back seat. Because we're about to get it. But like I've been saying, the midi is going to be there. And I will take it. And I realized a long time ago, just looking at some of the best scorers ever,
Brooklyn with the ball.
Just throughout my life, they shoot middies, man. When you're talking about Kevin Durant, you're talking about LeBron James. LeBron James' 40,000 point was a midi. You know, you're talking about Devin Booker, you're talking about James Harden, you're talking about, like, I don't know, bro, like, middies are still elite when it comes to people that can score in all 3 levels. Now, if you can only score middies, then you might have a problem, especially in this league. But if you can score in the paint, score the 3 and the midi, like, say, I don't know, Paul George, then you become a dangerous player, and you kind of stack up your points because you're adding free throws on top of this. You know what I mean? So like, you got free throws, middies. It's hard for the defense to play defense against you because you can do anything out there. So, best scorers ever shoot middies. We shoot middies. We shoot threes. But, you know, if we're down by 6 points, I don't mind shooting 1 3 and 2 middies. We'll methodically get back up. You get what I'm saying? We're not really rushing. It's not like necessarily the Warriors where they were down. So then you just start busting threes. And of course they made them at that time. But Nah, we're methodically just gonna keep climbing up slowly, one by one, 1 point, well, not 1 point, one possession after another, to where then we're gonna be out of reach. Up by too many possessions by the end of it, and that's just gonna be it. Had a clutch dunk earlier before, you know. I think clutch starts. Oh my goodness! I think clutch starts with 5 minutes or less, I believe. Hey man, y'all see the campaign.
It's always under some added pressure, but they made it work and got the win, whatever the margin may have been.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Well, Paul, this team seems to be rounding into shape. What is your sense of the chemistry right now?
Really good, real beneficial. It's great that we was able to pick this one up. That's what it's about. We don't care if it's a blowout or if it's a close one. We need to learn how to do both. So it's great. We were able to pick this up. Good quality team win.
Good luck on continuing to build that chemistry.
Allie, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching as we present the New Balance Player of the Game.